So that is how I play Enter Sandman by Metallica. And I'm using my Kramer Beretta Special. Now there's two main parts that I wanted to look at for Enter Sandman, which are the clean guitar part, which is the clean part, which I'm not going to get very clean with this guitar because it's like so gainy. I'll try it. So there's that part, and then there's the main riff there. So let's have a look at the clean part. I am plugging my Beretta straight into my PV5150 Mark 1 combo. That is one of the original PV5150 combos from 1995, something along those lines. And it has more gain than it knows what to do with. So I had to adjust it for clean just now. Let's take a closer look at how to play this opening riff. So what I like to do is I like to get my hands into the correct shape first of all, and by shape I mean have your fingers on the correct strings and frets ready to make any necessary movements or changes. We'll start off with our first finger on the fretting hand. I'm going to put it on the 5th fret of the D string. If you don't know the names of the strings, it's E, A, D, G, B, E, going from thickest to thinnest. And the little mnemonic that I always say is Eddie, A, Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. And that helps me remember the names of the strings of the guitar. First finger on the 5th fret of the D string. Should sound like that. We're in standard tuning. Our 3rd finger, or our ring finger on our fretting hand, is going to go on the 7th fret of the A string, which is above the D string. Your 3rd finger is going to be on the string above the string that your first finger is on. You could also use your pinky instead of your ring finger. I like to use my pinky, but that's just personal preference. Now you want to make sure your middle finger is also ready to fret the 6th fret on the low E string. Pick the open E string first of all, the low E string, then the 7th on the A, 5th on the D, just like that. And we want to make sure that they're ringing out a bit so that it sounds a bit like kind of ghostly and strange. So hopefully you can hear that that sounds like Enter Sandman. The next part is where our middle finger comes in. Middle finger on the 6th fret of the low E. Then take your middle finger off and put your first finger on the 5th fret of the low E string. So you have that sort of a sound. So let's put that all together. And then finish with a 7 on the A again. So I hope that sounds familiar to you and you're following along with me so far. Now comes the main riff, so I'm going to have to put on some more distortion for this. You're going to start off with an E power chord. Put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string and play both the low E and the A together to make an E5. And then chug it again. You want to move your first finger down to that 5th fret on the D again. And then the same movement with your middle finger to the first finger on the 6 to 5 of the low E. All together. And then after you lift your finger off the 5th fret, chug again. What I mean by chug is palm mute the low E string opened. And then to finish off that riff, we do a G5 power chord, which is basically a power chord on the 3rd fret of the E string. Most abs, I think, will just tell you to play the open E, so we'll stick with that. While you're playing that open E, move your power chord shape back to the 2nd fret. Then play it and lift off again. Then play the power chord again on the 2nd fret. Move up to the 3rd. Move back to the 2nd. Then the open E5 power chord. So the whole riff So there you have it. That is how you play Enter Sandman by Metallica. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments below what you want to learn next. While you're down there in the comments, have a look at the link in my description for my free 30-day beginner's guitar course, just in case that is you and you want a refresher or you've never played guitar before. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you get notified when I do more of these videos. And I'll see you in the next one.